Okay, we're back where we left off with the silent Slay the Spire Ascension 10 run, where we defeated the Waterfall Giant using both Deadly Poison, Serpent Form, and Restlessness, which we got from our Act 1 reward, or Act 1 relic of Lead Paperweight, and it did a lot of work for us in Act 1, and I'm hoping to utilize it as much as possible. So basically, what I'm trying to do is not have too much card draw, oddly enough, because if I draw too many cards, I can never really play it. So right now, as far as the paths go, we probably want to hit an earlier shop, given we have 204 gold, but also maybe it's better to not do that so we can hit one later and potentially get more out of it. I'm thinking maybe a path. So we have a shop up here and a shop up here. Maybe the best option would be, so we have our two combats. Actually, why don't we just look at our relic first? Let's stay focused here. A relax, which is okay. It gives 15 block and draws 2 cards, and you gain 2 energy for the next turn. It's pretty good, but I think that if we want to play Restlessness, it'll be hard to play, and we also have powers that we want to play, especially Serpent Form, which is pretty expensive. I just don't see us getting the opportunity to play it too much. We have Pale's Blood. We actually don't want Pale's Blood. It would make our deck weaker if we're trying to play around this card largely, because we're not going to be able to get all of the cards out of our hand, so we won't be able to play it. Pale's Claw seems pretty good. We exhaust our defends. With that being said, we don't actually have any block cards in our deck aside from our defense and survivor, so if a combat goes too long, we'll just have no blocking left. Puts us in a pretty risky situation, so I'm okay with taking Pale's Claw, but I'm also understanding that I need to get other block cards, namely I think Blur would be good. Just any of the block commons or uncommons would be good. We also have Afterimage, which if we get a Shiv build going, which I think with Serpent Form and Afterimage would be a good idea. If we get those going, it's probably a decent idea to start building towards Shivs, and then that will probably cover the block anyways. But that would also make the dexterity useless, so I do want a block card or two for sure. And okay, we're facing the Thieving Hopper. I don't think this fight's going to last super long, so I don't know if I want to play Serpent Form or Afterimage. I definitely want to play Pinpoint this turn if possible, so I think I want to play Footwork to get more out of the blocks we have. I can play Ricochet by using Prepared. I should play my 2 defense to get them scaling. Let's go with that. Ricochet. Okay, we're going to take a bit of damage, but I'm not too worried about it. We're left with... Okay, so it's trying to take Pinpoint. I actually wouldn't mind it taking Pinpoint, because I think it's not going to be that useful for the future of our deck, but I also realize that we need to end fights pretty early on. And therefore, I think it's probably good just for now. I'll just do as much damage as possible here. Hopefully we'll get the chance to knock him out of the sky, or couldn't. It could be pretty rough. So, I think we can do this. And we get to play our Restlessness, which is really good. Ooh, so 3 hits to knock it out of the sky. Ricochet hits 4 times, so that should be that. And we win this combat pretty easily. Took a little bit of damage, but it's not too big of a deal. Snake Bite, I don't really see as necessary. It's pretty high energy cost, and I don't think we really have the energy to play it. I don't like an energy cost of 2 with Retain when we have Restlessness. I don't think it'll be conductive towards playing it very often. Accuracy, it might be good down the road, but we don't have any Shivs, and right now we really don't want to bloat our deck. Predator, we don't want to draw 2 extra cards at the start of every turn, and it's 2 costs, so I don't really want to take any of these. I don't think it's too great. Okay, let's see what event we get. So hopefully we get gold in this event, because we won't have enough to remove a card here if we don't at least make some of our money back. It's pretty rough. I don't want to gain debt, because then we'll just keep on losing gold. Although we could get something nice out of it. Let's see. Alright. I find usually the bottom half is better stuff for some reason. Okay, we have a card up here. Or maybe it's a curse. Okay. So we didn't get our money back. We have Heart of Iron, which is a decent potion at the very least. Hopefully we get a decent uncommon card. Which, I'll get rid of the poison card for this. Noxious Fumes, Hand Trick, and Calculated Gamble. I don't think I like Calculated Gamble with our Restlessness. I think an upgraded Noxious Fumes is pretty nice. Makes me regret not taking that bubble on the first floor. And we have Hand Trick, where you gain a block and add Sly to a skill in your hand this turn. I mean, it's a way to block at the very least. We need some sort of block that doesn't come from our defense, and we are discarding a fair bit. So oddly enough, I think Hand Trick here is actually good. I don't know if it's better than this, but I think I do want to take this for now, because I think it could actually save us in some situations. So we're just barely off from being able to remove a card, which is pretty unfortunate. We have Fisticuffs, which is deal 7 damage, gain block equal to the damage dealt. I almost do want to buy it, just because we do need block sources. But that being said, does this actually scale with dexterity at all, or is it just purely based on how much we're hitting for? Because if that's the case, it actually doesn't really go well with footwork. I don't know if I actually want to buy it. Reflect seems pretty bad in this deck with Restlessness, because it's a 3 cost, and if you discard it, then you're just drawing more cards, so it just seems really bad with this. Deflect seems decent, but I don't want to spend money on it, to be honest. So we've basically had 2 dead-ish shops in this game. Not ideal. I just haven't really seen anything that actually makes me want to spend money. Outbreak, we're not applying poison like that. I just don't think it'll do a whole lot. Dagger Spray doesn't do a whole lot. Memento Mori, I don't think we need an attack like this. I think we need like some sort of Shiv engine or something. We can't afford any of the relics. I guess we just have to move on and hit the shop later. It's unfortunate that we got this Divinity event, although we got a decent block card out of it. So do we want to heal 25 health and add a Metamorphosis? The thing is, it just costs a lot of energy. I don't like that. I don't think we really have the energy to play it, because we want low energy cards so that we don't trigger this Pocket Watch, because we don't want to draw too many cards. So I'm actually cool with us not taking that, and then we can upgrade a card and then just rest here. So now it's just considering what we actually want to upgrade. I think Footwork is a decent option. I think Afterimage is good. I think Serpent Form is also pretty good. I think that in most combats we are going to be playing Serpent Form and Afterimage and Footwork. Ooh, this is actually a pretty hard choice. So a way we need to look at it is, do we have enough damage without playing Serpent Form to clear a lot of the combats, or with Serpent Form base form? And probably not. I think it's probably a damage engine that we actually need. But maybe not yet. Maybe not until the elites. We don't get another campfire until here. We're going to need to take this path. I think I want to try it out though, because I do feel like we're going to be playing it more often than not. I don't think I want to take this combat if possible, although I'm a bit worried about like these chain of fights. I'd rather this be an easy pool combat. I'd rather fight as few hard pool combats as possible, so let's take this. So I don't think I want to take the foul potions because we'll have enough for a card remove up here. And I think that the potions we do have are pretty valuable, especially with Bag of Prep plus Blessing of the Forge. I don't want to take the foul potions, but we can see what uncommon potion we get. Nah. It's good against the Centipede, but also I think 2 of these will probably end up doing more since this is just for 1 turn. Unfortunate. Alright, so we have an easy pool after this, so maybe it's better to just upgrade here. We could upgrade Footwork or Afterimage. I think I like Afterimage a bit more because Footwork will lose value eventually in a fight once we run out of defense. So let's go for Afterimage. Although Afterimage just becomes innate and there's a good chance we draw into it already with Bag of Prep. Maybe it's just better to rest right now. I think I'm going to rest. Okay, so we have this combat, which first we need to consider, do we want to play Serpent Form? And the answer to that is wait, we can only add this to a skill, right? So Hand Trick's kind of useless to play right now. We could play... We don't have a single skill in our hand except for this and Prepared, which, I mean, there's no point in making that Sly since it already costs 0. I kind of want to play Afterimage, see what we get. Okay, we do have a Defend. I want to play this and make that Sly, and then I can attack you, discard this, and then I can play Pinpoint on you. Cool. Okay, so I think we're going to get to play our Restlessness here, which is good. Perfect. So we have Serpent Form, which we don't really have the energy to play. I don't think it's pretty late into this combat at this point to play it, so I'm just going to not. We can discard here and finish you off. Okay. And we'll win the combat with that. Okay, pretty good. We get Up My Sleeve Plus, so this could be the Shiv engine that we're kind of looking for. We have a pretty small deck already, and I wish I could take both of these, to be honest. I guess it kind of begs the question if I want to... I think Untouchable after its nerfs isn't as good, because if you don't have a way to discard it, it's basically you're losing an energy relative to a normal defend. Up My Sleeve is already upgraded. It scales with Afterimage, so I think that Up My Sleeve Plus is a better take than Untouchable right now. It's a bit riskier, but I think it's okay to take it. Is that good? I think it is good. In theory, could I go infinite with this and Restlessness eventually? Well, if I get rid of Ascender's Bane first. I don't know. I think it's good though. Because maybe we can keep playing cards until we draw into it again. And if we exhaust our defense, it might be possible to do that if we remove a bunch of strikes. and this will become a 0 cost. I think we can borderline go infinite with it, because Pinpoint would become 0 cost, the powers would be out of our hand. Actually, then we have Ricochet. Oh well, it still could be interesting. I think it's going to be very useful overall. One of the better relics in the game for sure. Okay, so let's make one of these Sly. Might as well. It's a free way to play it. We can take you out, ideally, this turn. Can weaken this. And then we get to play Pinpoint for free and kill the middle. Hitting for 10, so we don't actually have any block in our hand. Bit unfortunate. I'm gonna play Afterimage at the very least. Might as well play these. We get to block for 2. I'm gonna play this because we've been getting pretty good potions, so maybe this will be fine. So I want to play my defense as much as possible to scale them. I think this is fine. We have our Pinpoint, which is good. I don't think we need to play either of these this turn. These are more so for longer fights. Okay, we're full blocking, which is good. The Restlessness is in our hand for next turn, so hopefully we get to play it. Taking you out would be a good idea for sure. We're pretty much out of defense now, right? So it seems almost necessary. Applying poison does more damage here than striking. Oh, it doesn't look like we will kill though, hey. But we're pretty much full blocking anyways, and then we can focus on the one on the left. Oh, we are full blocking, sorry. We have 4 plating. Where does that come from? Oh, it's from the potion. Gosh, okay. So let's see. Okay. It's also nice because we don't even need to play Restlessness all the time with Pinpoint. We can just use it as a means to proc the Pinpoint passive, where it goes down in price every time you play a skill. So we have a Snake Bite, which I'm not too keen on for reasons I explained earlier. Ricochet, we already have one. I don't feel the need to add another one. And another Hand Trick. So that's another block card for us that also helps with making things sly. I wish it made things sly for the rest of combat. I feel like that wouldn't be too overpowered. It also is upgraded, so it's 10 block. I think I'm going to take that. I think it's makes our deck stronger overall. And now that we have block cards, I do want to upgrade our footwork because it will probably bring... So this is an interesting combat. I almost think it's worth it to just play Serpent Form and tank this damage, because otherwise it's just a card that will prevent us from playing Restlessness in the future. It does damage without actually needing to play attack, so we won't get Dazed in our deck, because Dazed basically kills our build. And 24 damage at the price of probably surviving this fight seems worth it to me. So I actually am going to play Serpent Form here. It might be a bad idea, but we'll see what happens. And at least we're going to save our blocks for the later part of the combat where he does more. Right now we're just looking to play as many cards as we can, really. Definitely want to play this Defend. Probably want to play this Afterimage. I probably should have played the Afterimage first in hindsight. And then I can make you Sly, at least for the future. I could also play Pinpoint, but I don't think I want to, because I don't want to put Daze into this deck for just 15 damage. I'm cool with sending the turn there. Get our footwork, which is nice. I will play this and this. think it's okay. I wish Sender's Bane was not in our hand, because then we could have played Restlessness, but that's just how it works out sometimes. So I think discarding the strike is fine. I want to weaken for sure. This is not such a good fight for us, is it? Let's see. We can make Up My Sleeve Sly. Can do this. Hopefully we can kill this turn, ideally. Okay, we got the kill at the very least. That was a bit close. We definitely took some damage. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity. Yeah, that's just... I'm really getting pushed into a Sly build with the powers and the relics I'm getting. So let's go for that. Well-laid plans is really good. It means I can probably hold on to Serpent Form until I have a turn where I can actually play it. It also means that I can retain Up My Sleeve, so I can play it more conveniently on a turn where I can make it Sly. Yeah, I think well-laid plans is pretty much better than these other 2 options, because the other 2 options do absolutely nothing for us. We should probably want to upgrade it, but it's not super high priority, considering... Okay. So we can weaken, hand trick one of the defends for sure. See what we draw into. Probably want to kill the one that's buffing itself this turn. So right now we're going to take 9, 4, we're going to take 13 damage, and we're blocking for 14, so we're good. I'd really like to avoid taking any damage. So I think it's probably good to make our defend Sly here. We can play our Ricochet. Actually, I think we need to discard... Do we need to discard Serpent Form? Yeah, I guess so. Actually, we're not going to be able to play these anyways, are we? It's unfortunate. At least we get a full block off. Maybe Serpent Form wasn't so good in general. Hasn't done a lot for us. So we're getting hit for 33, or not 33, 23. Okay. Guess this is what we have to do. I think maybe I'm going to stop trying to build around this, because it's just putting us in situations that we can't really win with. Hopefully we can kill something with this. I definitely want to kill this one on the right, if possible. It's good. So hand trick blocks for a bit less. I can weaken one of them. We're already full blocking, right? So maybe playing well-laid plans is just the better option right now. And I can take this. I think killing here is what we need. Get to play this here. The Afterimage is blocking a lot, which is nice. Let's get rid of the Blessing of the Forge since we already have one, and take a skill potion. I don't think any of these help us at all. Backstab arguably could do something, but this late into the run it just doesn't do much. There's probably other things I'd rather play, so I'm good with just skipping. And hopefully we get a decent shot this time. We get a production, which I definitely want to take. We can take a production and a card remove. I don't think any of the cards here catch my eye too much. I want to remove a strike and take this. And now I definitely want to rest at the rest site if I have any hopes of winning against the boss, which is the Knowledge Demon. So let's see how this goes. Okay, it's worth noting that he doesn't attack in his starting hand. Ideally, we would have wanted a lot of powers in this turn so that we could play them. I think it's probably good to play our Blessing of the Forge here to upgrade some of these cards. We want to get well-laid plans with 2 retain. Let's see what we get here. So we get Serpent Form. Probably want to play Pinpoint as well. I don't know if it's worth playing a defend to do that. Let's retain 2 of these in case we need to block a lot. I'm hoping to get our production so that we can play Serpent Form. I think drawing 1 fewer card is actually pretty good for us here. I think it's actually, oddly enough, like a good thing. Puts us in a decent situation where we can play this a bit more often. With that being said, I actually don't want to play it unless I need to, because I want to keep it in my hand. Do I want to retain this? Probably, right? Yeah. I think also having well-laid plans plus makes that drawing less cards not such a big deal. I want to make this Sly. I want to play this. Do we have Afterimage? No, we don't. That's unfortunate. So we're taking 27. We can block for 24. That's okay. I don't know if I want to retain Ricochet or not, because what do we... Actually, we can know our hand for next turn. We're probably going to get a Prepared and a Survivor, so we will be able to play it. So yeah, I'm cool with retaining it. So we definitely want to play Afterimage here. He's not really doing much damage, so maybe it's better to not use this defend and just discard it, because we won't need it. We can finally play our Restlessness, apply some poison, that's good. Play this, we won't need to weaken. And we also have our Unseizing top going now, so it's pretty good. Okay, and that also brings us closer back to getting our Restlessness in our hand. So we don't have any means of discarding, so there's no point really in putting Sly on this for this turn. We now have our cost lower, and that gives us more dexterity. It's pretty good. And yeah, I'm going to retain both of these because I know that he hits pretty hard next turn. You can't play more than 3 cards in each turn, or you take 7. Sloth would just kill us because we're playing a lot of cards. So here we want to put Sly on our defend for sure. We can play it using this. We can apply poison and then Pinpoint. That puts us in a pretty good spot. I don't want to retain the strike. I don't think it will do a whole lot, because it would make it harder to play this card, which we're almost like building around at this point. I'll play the Prepared to see what we get. That's fine. Okay. Discard this, and we win Act 2. So that's the end of Act 2. We've defeated the Knowledge Demon. We're on to Act 3. I'm pretty happy with this run because typically I would have taken that Acrobatics from Act 1 and then just kind of played a discard game, but Restlessness has really made me play this run different than your standard silent run, so hopefully it's good content to watch. It's a bit of a unique run. Let's see the card reward that we actually get here. So we have a Nightmare, Tracking, and Assassinate. I mean, we're not applying weak constantly, I don't think this does anything for us. Nightmare, theoretically, if we had a lot of energy, it would be good. Or if we could use it on like production, it would be very good. We could also have it on Restlessness with Retain. I'm down to try this out, actually. I usually don't take Nightmare, but I think it could have some really good synergies, specifically with Restlessness and Afterimage, and even things like Prepared in Production. I think this is a rare case where I do like Nightmare, so I'm going to take that and end the run with that. Oh, we can also make it Sly if we use it with Hand Trick, so that's another way since it is a skill. So I'm going to stop there, and in the next video we're going to defeat Act 3. Thank you for watching.